My name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the bookie killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. With game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer, sitting here with my ride-along host, the one and only Marcus Banks. What's up, player?
Man, what's happening with it, man? It's been a minute.
It's been more than we've been letting our fans down. Okay, we're over here trying to get a multi-million-dollar.
Who's taking the fade for this, though? Is it going to be you or is it going to be me?
It's going to be you, okay? I'm here constantly focused, dedicated, willing to do whatever it takes to get the fucking job done. And all of a sudden, you have this meeting. You got a meeting with the commission, the NBA, these high-end attorneys, this investment property group over here, Realty One, cutting all these fucking deals. I'm just trying to do a podcast for my people, man. They deserve these golden nuggets. But anyway, hey, we're here.
What's happening with it then?
It's on. We got to give them these. It's time to give out these golden nuggets. As you guys know, the VIP Sports Podcast. Only podcast, you're going to get the most accurate information regarding sports betting. It's basically a spinoff of our show, Money Talks, that we came out with 10 years ago, and the new one that's getting ready to drop, Banks.
Let's get it.
You know what I mean? Let's pop it up. Anyway, today's April 16th. Podcast number 426.
426.
The Bookie Sucks Dicks. Real fucking simple. Today's podcast is sponsored by the Money Team. Want to shout out to the Money Team out there. Before we get into the show, speaking of the Money Team, what's up with everybody on the internet hating on my boy, on our boy?
I don't know, man.
If you guys don't know, I've been a personal friend with Floyd Mayweather for almost 30 years.
Shit,
Banks almost just as long. We all hung out together for several years for a long time, but these people are talking about the homie saying that his deal wasn't legit and he's going bankrupt and all that. What do you think about all this shit?
Man, that's a lot of hate, bros. I definitely I know my dog and I know you know him. One thing that Floyd ain't, he ain't broke. You understand?
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on with the deal, with the New York deal, or how it was worded, or if he owns shares, or he's by himself, whatever the case is.
Not my business.
No, it's none of our business. I don't know what you guys are looking for, wanting the deal to be fake, which is nothing but hate. I mean, I don't get it. Find something else to do with your time.
Man.
Like I said, now, a lot of people see Champ's lifestyle. What he accomplished in his life is a one-of-a-kind.
Yeah.
And shout out to my boy. But, yes, I'm going to agree with you. Because they're saying this deal isn't real, which is was to allure his debt creditors, blah, 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 blah. Well, first of all, I know Floyd very, very well. He owns everything outright. All the houses are outright.
All the cars.
That motherfucker probably got $20 million in VVS1 diamonds.
Facts.
Maybe minimum $20 million.
And you know what that means, right?
Yeah, correct.
You can cash those in at any time.
Anytime he wanted to. Anytime he wanted to. So, and then they're saying that he did this fake deal to get creditors off his back. Well, he doesn't have any creditors. He doesn't have any debt people. He owed the IRS. He paid the IRS. Now, all of a sudden, somebody wants to sell a couple of their houses and he's going bankrupt. It sounds like they want him to be bankrupt, just like they wanted him to lose his whole fucking career.
The grind is real, man, and he's one of them guys that's going to have to stay grinding forever because guess what? Everybody want to see him fail.
Yeah, that's what made him so successful in the boxing ring. In the very beginning, half the fans were just there to watch him, hoping that he would lose. Like, they really want him to win, deep down want him to lose.
Ain't no turning back, though.
No.
He got to ride this one out.
He's going to ride it out.
No, for sure. He got to play that villain. I know he tried to switch it up and be the good guy and kiss the babies and do all of that. Look, Floyd, just keep doing what you're doing. You got your bag right. It always been right. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here. I'm not on the outside looking in. We've been right here close. But let me tell you, bro, it's like, keep handling your business.
The hate comes in from all the celebrities, all the rappers.
But why would you be hating on somebody else that has the same? You have the same shit though, Steve.
Correct. You have the same shit, but he has it to more of an extent, and he has it more daily and more frequently. That's why a lot of people
I'm not in the shopping competition with you.
Correct.
Bros.
Well, that's why a lot of people will say they don't like you because they feel like he's flashing in their face. But to a celebrity, when a dude's living that lifestyle that these high-end celebrities do once a week or a couple times a month, I mean, he's doing on a daily basis, and they don't really understand it, so it's hate. They don't want him to keep shining. But Floyd comes from absolutely fucking nothing. The grind, just like us, absolutely nothing. Had absolutely nothing. Came from Grand Rapids.
Picture me rolling.
You know what I mean? Straight the fuck up. You know, he's a black African American, never had nothing.
Yep.
You know, it's in nature to want to have shine,
Facts.
the
That's
finer jewels, gold, diamonds. You know,
Yeah.
that comes back from
So I just think it's just more along the lines of people is just exhausted.
Exhausted,
of him
yeah.
throwing it
Correct.
in their face, like, bro, like we see you, like
So-
we know you got money, like we know you good. So of course, right. As soon as there's one stumble, they try to figure out a way to tear him down. Of course.
Well, let me go ahead and sum it up for all you people. I don't know about the deal. Floyd don't lie, whatever the case is. Might have been worried with the New York shit. Floyd's far from broke. He's not broke. And you motherfuckers out there that want him to be broke, find something else to do with your motherfucking time. Because I'm telling you right now, if the motherfucker was at his worst, he would still be somewhere with $100 million bare minimum.
He still got that little check that he had written out. You remember that one, that $100 million that he say he ain't broke down? I think that was shit. What was that? 2010, 12 or something?
Oh, you saw the $100 million
Yeah, I
shit?
seen
That was
that.
that was that
crazy.
pay-per-view money.
Yeah, that was right. He ain't even bust that down yet.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
what,
yeah.
Hey, man, leave my dog alone,
so
man.
shout
He's
out to the
still
money
holding it
team out
down.
there. Shout out to Money Made.
Hold
For all
it
you
down.
guys out there hating on him, find something else to do with your time, and let's move on. And
Facts.
what would we tell Floyd? Like, maybe at this point you got nothing else to prove. Maybe you just shut the social media down for a while.
Bros, let me tell you.
Does he
I've
really
been
even
thinking
need to go
about that.
on social media?
I really been thinking about that, bros. Look, what Floyd pushing 50, right? Let me tell you, he done it everywhere. He done it all over.
Over and over and
Guess
over
what?
again.
He didn't probably broke. He didn't spend more than $1 million in every single city.
Yeah.
Right. Just
more than
imagine
that.
every single country.
When I was with him, we
Right?
spending $1 million a week. Man,
All right,
that was the budget.
So just imagine doing it all, right? What
He
what
had
is exciting? No, let me build with you. What's exciting to you? Is it doing it with the people that you rocking with, or is it just to do it? Because let me tell you, I done been around the world and back a couple times, right? I'm exhausted. I'm bored of that shit. Do you understand? One beach look like another beach.
Okay, so
You understand?
he's at that times 10.
Okay.
Extremely bored. That's why I see, like you were talking about when he's with his grandkids and dancing and hugging, I truly think he's enjoying that.
Oh, no, that's the best time
more than
in the world.
anything in the world.
Greatest job.
That's what
Greatest
he's loving
job.
more
You
than
know that.
anything. My
Being a
family.
parent, okay,
People that
yeah.
love me. I think he's at the age where he's realizing that there's only a certain amount of people that deep down really give a
Really
fuck
rock
about me,
with me, yeah.
and vice versa, and what my family is. And I think he's riding with his family, but he don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks. But
he
anyway,
shouldn't.
we got a show to do. That was we had to give our point. You know, that
Facts.
shit's
No,
been out in the
let's-
media.
Yep.
That's
Let's
from-
tighten it up. We
Yeah.
tighten it up. We, you know what I'm saying? Like, we good. Let's get it. Let's
So,
do
guys,
it.
like I said, you want to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, VIP Sports LV. You don't want to call, DM me. That's probably the best way to go about doing business with us. Subscribe to the podcast or wherever you listen to your podcast. Make sure you click that little bell on YouTube to receive notifications. We will be doing a lot of posts coming up. Before we do the show, I want to give a shout out to all the active military and U.S. veterans. It's because of you guys fighting for our country, supporting us, allows us to do what we do. And for that, we appreciate it. Any veteran, DM, I always got a free pick for you guys. Here's a quick crazy stat from last night's Rockies-Dodger game. We were just talking about this in L.A. So check it out, guys. Starting pitchers from last night's game only pitched 3.2 innings. They gave up 14 hits, 13 earned runs, and 4 home runs. Now check this out, guys. No other MLB game has seen the starters allow at least that many hits, earned runs, and homers while pitching so few innings since earned runs became official in 1913.
1913, bro?
1913, dude.
And you would think that would have been done. Like,
Yeah, 100%, especially with all these garbage-ass pitchers. And it was the Dodgers. Dodgers hung on to win 8-7 against the worst team in baseball. They had a 7-1 lead in the second inning and only scored one more run at the end of the game. Hey, guys, I know a lot of you guys are Dodger fans. Dodgers don't have their shit all the way together. If you think Dodgers is a team that you should be betting every fucking day, run line, blah, blah, you're out of your fucking mind. There's way too much other value out there, guys. And that's what
plus, let me interrupt you on that. The teams that been there and done that, they try to get that. They develop the mentality of turning it on when it's time to turn it on. So these little games right here, I wouldn't even stress with them. because
You
that's
can't.
what you're talking about.
What are we
right
in the
now.
second week of MLB?
Second week.
They ain't worried about nothing. They're
No.
just out there warming up.
Let's get loose.
Yeah, let's get loose.
Let's get loose.
Yeah, we got
That's
100
what it
plus
is.
games to play
Yeah,
this
let's get
season. Yeah,
loose.
we're
What do
chill.
you-
And keep
yeah.
that. Now, you said turning it on and turning it off. Now, let's get into some NBA playoffs where
That's
you would
that.
think motherfuckers are about to turn it on.
Okay, let's get it.
NBA championship odds. They got OKC plus 180, Boston plus 190, Cleveland 575, Lakers 13-1, Golden State 15-1, Denver 30-1, Knicks 30-1, Clippers 33-1. What would be a good value for the people out there, Banks, considering that you played in the NBA for
As far as value,
years.
as far as what?
value out of those teams? I'm not asking you who's going to win because I know you're going to say Boston hands down because that's what I think. We agree on that at least?
Absolutely not.
No? Okay. Well, what's popping? Who do you think wins the NBA championship?
I think the championship comes out of the West.
You comes out of the West. So
Yeah.
what are you saying?
Now, I
Denver
mean-
or Clippers?
Damn, you went all the way to Denver and the Clippers. You ain't even ask about the Lakers. They don't even.
I'm telling you, Mr. NBA, Lakers are
it's
not winning the motherfucking
crazy.
championship no matter what.
So how far? So you don't even think the road that they have right now can even they can stumble there?
Yeah, they can stumble there. They might be able to stumble there, but absolutely not. Nope.
So you really
No. Boston wins the NBA championship
again?
easily.
I don't know. Boston got to go through Cleveland. They're a little feisty over there. You understand? And like I said, remember they won it last year. What people got to understand is when you're a team that won it, you got the target on your back. Every single night, you're going to get the best game from the 12th guy on the bench, right?
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things, and you still have to play on the road. So at the end of the day, you just got to hold it together. But, I mean, I like Boston. That's home. You know what I mean?
I know you played there.
Like, yeah, that's like when I say that's home, like that's home, right? But I just don't think they can hold it up. Porzingis in and out. You
so
understand?
who would be your pick?
I like
You like the Lakers to win the championship?
I like the Lakers. Only reason why I like the Lakers because
So there it is, 13-1. Marcus Banks, NBA superstar.
but I like the Lakers, I'm telling you, because when they had AD, bro, they didn't have somebody to go get a bucket. Okay, let me tell you. He can go get a bucket. He can end the game. They never had a person, and that's why everybody give LeBron so much scrutiny. Like, he's not like Mike. He's not like Kobe. Guess who is? Luka is.
You ain't
He
lying.
can
The more you
shoot
keep
that-
talking about
like
the
he-
dude, I
I'm
want to
telling you.
retract half the shit I said.
No, look. Only reason why I'm telling you
He's
that.
a beast.
No, he fits. Only reason why he fit. Think about it. He's leading the team in scoring. He's leading them in damn near every category since he's been there. And I don't even think he's playing well.
Well, not only that, but the aura he brings. Now, let me ask you, let's bring
Energy.
it down to heart.
Let's get
You
it.
want to compare Davis to fucking who's got more heart? The white boy's willing to go out there and die for this
No,
shit.
it's not even that.
It
it's
is.
his
It's
mentality.
motivation. Mentality,
His
that's
mentality
part of it.
is like
Motivation.
You can't do nothing with me. AD, it just feels like he's out there in the motions. And like, look at last night, man. Had 29 and 13. That's a walk in the park. But let me ask you something. Could he get 45 and 13 or 45 and 20? Can he be?
So you're saying he could be pushed to do more than
Bro,
he's doing
if
now?
you could, no, but look, if he could be pushed, like AD is top 5 if he could be pushed. But at the end of the day, shit, Bron couldn't even push. Like, he couldn't even get the fade from him.
I know.
So, like, what gets you to that level?
Well, if
But
you
don't
play-
even worry about it because guess what? The homie over here, 25 years old. And at the end of the day, guess what? He got a lot of basketball left.
Yeah, he does.
You understand? And guess what? He's gonna do his thing over there. And they just gonna keep on building around him.
All right.
And they're talking about, guess what? The Joker's supposed to be coming over there.
So you're talking about Lakers are going to be back on
I
that
think so.
dynasty shit here real
They
soon.
have to.
Huh?
Why not?
So I'm not mad at you. So, okay, you take the Lakers and Boston out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I personally think you talking about someone that can slide in there. That's OKC
Slide. Give me-
for me.
Okay, so this is the thing. OKC is great. I just don't trust OKC. Only reason why, they're so young. They're just young. I'm not saying Shane gonna go out there and have 30, 40 every single night. He's gonna do his thing. But the difference of playing in the playoffs, right? The intensity, the level of concentration, the different things that you have to focus in on while playing those 4 games. Because think about it. Imagine seeing me for the next 4 days. I know every one of your tendencies. Do you understand? For a young player, that's nothing that they've seen before.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to take that into account, like accountability, and look at it like they just haven't been there. Not that they're not a good team. They just have not been there.
When we talking about turning it off and turning it on, playoffs, you're going full blast. How is it different playing in these playoffs, and how is your mind state, and how are you preparing for these particular games at this point? Because this isn't this. Let's be real, Banks. You played in the league. This isn't normal season.
Oh no,
What happened
it's
in the
time to
normal
go.
season? What happened in the normal season and stats and how people bet?
It's changing. It's
You
going to change
can't
overnight.
go off that in the playoffs, can you?
No, it starts 0-0. Reason why? Because, like I said, man, the preparation to the game is completely different.
Playoff team could be completely different than the season.
Let me tell you, if it was a team here in Vegas, right, none of them guys would be out. You would never see none of them guys play out time. You know why? Because you got to focus. Each game counts. You can't be out here hanging out when, guess what, you got an assignment tomorrow. You playing against Ja Morant, or you got to shut him down, and you got to, like, no, man, look, you got to get your rest. You got to do the right thing.
So that's mandatory.
Right. Oh, easy.
But during the season, it's not.
It is, but you got.
They want you to,
look,
but it's not
how about
enforced
this?
as much.
You
right?
got 82 opportunities.
Yeah.
That's the difference in what people, all the fans got to understand. Look, it's a long game. It's just like missing a shot, making a shot. If I miss my last shot, right, and I worry about that shot, how do I make my next shot? My concentration is still worried about the shit that happened in the past.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? So like I said, right now,
you got to clear your mind and go in fresh.
82 games in the season. So think about it. Preseason, don't expect to see the stars play. You understand? The first 2-3 weeks, guess what? It's going to be fireworks, but nobody's in shape.
Right.
It's going to be a lot of injuries, right? Now, once you get to around All-Star break, people are in their field. Bodies should be coming around. You should be peaking at damn near in tip-top shape around All-Star break.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now what you're trying to avoid after All-Star break is, guess what? The injury bug, too, as well. That shit controls everything. And I think the fans forget how important those things are when it comes to, playing in the NBA or MLB or whatever the case may be.
I love it. And, hey, man, that's why I love having you, brother. You ain't going to get a better perspective on the NBA than someone that did it and grinded it. So, like I said, Banks likes the Lakers. I like Boston. And let me ask you, let's just do some topics. Who wins the Western Conference? OKC, Lakers, Golden State, Denver, Clippers? Obviously going to go with the Lakers, correct?
Look, you got to go with home court advantage, and then you got to go with
I'm saying OKC wins the Western Conference.
Man, let's put a bet. We got to put a bet on that. I'm not taking that. I think
you like the Lakers?
I think they get through, but man, they got to see some teams. You got to think they at the top. They got to see Curry and them at the, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just it's going to take a lot of steam. Like, each round takes a lot of steam. So don't get it twisted. Imagine playing 4 games in 8 nights, right?
Yeah.
But this is the thing, you're playing against Curry. You're going against the Warriors this week.
Okay.
Guess what? It's only a week long, so you got to leave everything out there on the floor.
Yeah, 100%.
If you don't, like I said, each round gets tougher.
Well, I'm still taking OKC to win the Western Conference. You got Lakers?
Let's see what we got to, man.
We'll do something off air. Don't you worry about that. Let's
to.
just get through the show.
Bet.
Okay, now this is going to be easy, and we'll probably both agree on this. Who wins the East? Boston, Cleveland, or Knicks? Come on, dude. Don't be hating on me.
I'm going to get Boston. I got to rock with Boston, but Cleveland popping, though. And then New York is extremely scary.
At this time of the year. Horrible.
Yeah.
They didn't perform during the season at all.
Everybody got to amp it up. Like,
you
that's
think Brunson can do what he did the last couple of years in the
Who?
play? Brunson.
Bro, he has to. Like, what do you mean? That's what we paying you to do.
Well, as ugly as you are, you better be out there fucking scoring
like
30,
daddy
40. That motherfucker look like a
like
straight, I don't know what he looks like, man. Half Sasquatch, half fucking something else, man. But he got some paper, huh?
Yeti.
Anyway, guys, here's a quick NBA story. Then we're going to get into these Golden Nuggets. After all, this is a sports betting show. These guys are looking to make this fucking money. Major League Baseball, by far, guys, most profitable sport with the underdog value. Denver Nuggets star, the Joker, incredibly averaged a triple-double for the entire season. 30 points, 30 boards, 10 assists per game, and he plays the center position. The Joker is seeking his 4th league MVP trophy. Who should win the MVP? The Joker, SGA from Oklahoma City. Which one?
The Joker should, but they will never give him that. You know why? Shit is political.
So SGA from Oklahoma City's getting MVP?
He has to this year. You know why? No.
Now,
look,
I'm asking you. You the politics. Like, be real. Who's winning it, Joker
I'm
or
telling
Homeboy?
you right now, they're going to find a way to give it to SGA. Guess why? Because Joker's been at the top of the list for the last 3 years, right?
And if you're talking about he's already hollering at L.A. looking for a trade.
They need a
shit.
face. They need a new face of the league, right? Joker's dope. Joker's like whatever.
Well,
but
you heard it here. You heard it here. Banks told you who's going to win that MVP. Also, when Shaquille O'Neal was asked how 2001 prime Lakers Shaq would do against the Joker. Shaq said they would have dominated the Joker, no problem, and the Nuggets would have no choice but to double Shaq all game. Do you agree with Shaq?
110 million%.
Well,
He will
you
foul.
have to. They've already proved it.
Foul.
They're going right to hacking
man
Shaq. Huh?
Out. No, it's not even that. They will foul that man out. Do you understand? Shaq was 300 when we was in, right?
Yeah.
This is the thing. The job was, soon as you throw the ball, do you understand? Foul him immediately.
Immediately.
Don't even let him catch, right?
Yeah.
Foul him. It's over. That was the whole game plan.
So you 1,000,000% agree
Bro,
with
look,
Shaq.
you can't guard him one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's no way possible, right? And at the end of the day, people look at Shaq like, I don't know which one they looking at. They're looking at the Orlando Magic Shaq, the young guy, or are you looking at the damn the Diesel?
In L.A.
In L.A.,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's Kobe. Now you're playing that.
No. I'm talking about the Shaq. I'm talking about the Diesel. I'm talking about the backboard breaking guy.
Yeah, ripping
that
rims.
was ripping the back. Where I'm talking about, he was dunking on you, pushing you, head nuts in your
Thugged out, yeah. And talking a little
Let
shit,
me
too.
tell you something. It's nothing Jokic can do with that. Now, if you want to like play devil's advocate, I don't think it's nothing that Shaq can do with Jokic on the other end either.
Can't
right?
defend
So it's going to be team defensive type of a game, and what the players around you do, right?
Yeah.
So of course I'm rocking with the Lakers because you got Kobe. There's no one on that team of Denver that can do anything with him.
100%.
You see what I'm saying?
100%.
Then you keep on going down the list. You got your Robert Ory's, like you match him up with Gordon, and you go down the list and your point guards and stuff. And like at that point in time, the way the Lakers grinded the game out, you understand? That's what is the difference, right? It's not a high-scoring game. It's not a lot of threes.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It's a different day and time. So you got to look at it like that. But I'm rocking with Shaq.
I love it. All right. Western Conference round one. Round one betting trend since 2014. First round home favorites of 4 points or less are just 32 and 45 against the spread. Favorites ain't getting it done. Number 6, T-Wolves take
all
on
year long though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of sad faces.
you have
No, damn, I lost by one.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
missed by one team.
A lot of motherfuckers at the sports book disgusted. You know what I mean?
Facts all year long.
Timberwolves at number 3, Lakers. Game on Saturday night in L.A. Series price, Lakers minus 200 and Wolves plus $1.65. Lakers in 5 games is plus 400. I do agree with you. I do think the Lakers will beat the Timberwolves in this series. No fucking problem. Here's some big names to watch. Luka and LeBron for L.A. versus Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle for Minnesota. The stat, Julius Randle has struggled in the playoffs with a career postseason shooting percentage of just 34% and 28% from long range.
Now watch this. Again, he don't have enough experience. But give him 4 or 5 more years, right? Julius Randle will be a young guy that will come into his own, that the same stats that we speaking about, he'll be completing them then.
Think so?
Bro, it's just the development. Look at Kobe when he first came in. Remember,
but
he shot
work
the 2
ethic-
air balls.
Work ethic made him into who he is.
Exactly. And guess what? The timing and not wanting to fail and different things
Correct.
like that. So, like, just time. It takes time to grow, man. You can't come from college and be the man.
Yeah, no shit.
That shit is very, very rare.
And then Golden State, like you said, number 7, taking on Houston Rockets. Games on Sunday. Golden State Warriors minus 200 in this series are the only second number 7 seed to be favored over a number 2 seed in the first round of the playoffs since 1988.
Jimmy gives him a different look, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Look,
Yeah.
the toughness is what he brings.
Yeah.
The patience. Guess what? You can actually throw it to Jimmy. He can go get a bucket the same way KD used to go get a bucket.
And you can also depend on him. And actually,
No. On both ends, though, now.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay? You can put him on your dog.
So you think he's a little bit more fired up over here?
No, guess what?
Or you still think he's playing lazy?
No, it's the change of scenery.
You
Change
said
of
that
scenery.
from the very beginning.
Look,
You
now,
think it benefited him?
do you hear his conversation in his meetings?
He's a different dude.
Hey, guys,
Yeah,
how
exactly.
are you?
So you're right.
Jimmy
So
was
he's
down
all
there in Miami, then ran through everything down there.
Thugged
Guess
out.
what? Look, had the top down on the beach. You can't do that shit in the Bay. You know that.
Yeah, 100%. He's just
Come
chilling
on now.
Yeah,
You can't
he's
do
chilling
that
in the
over there.
bulletproof Suburban at
Look,
this
I'm
point.
a good guy. I don't want no smoke. I'm going to look. He don't go to the places where
Yeah, you can't.
like,
you ain't
man,
doing
look,
out there. You ain't doing that in the East O.
he is gonna be on straight professionalism.
He might be
Let me-
checking in and some more
listen,
shit. You know what I mean?
Don't get it twisted. They didn't let him know already. This is Curry land up here, baby.
100%. There's a tax out here, baby.
Curry land up here.
Anyway, here's the question. Are the Rockets too young and inexperienced to knock off Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors? I think you just said it. Yeah, they are.
Of course.
They're
But
inexperienced.
guess what? Do they got enough star power? Do they got some guys that can make some plays that can make Steph and then play to the end.
They got a better record.
It's the NBA.
Yes, it is. And yes, it is. Number 5 Clippers take on number 4 Nuggets. Game on Saturday afternoon. Many sports writers think the series between the Clippers and the Nuggets might be very interesting. I mean, the Nuggets just fired their head coach last fucking week. James Harden and Kawhi Leonard are both healthy, and the Clippers are 25-11 this season with both in the lineup. Clippers are 15-2 straight up in their last 17 games, and their only 2 losses came against OKC and Cleveland, who have the best records in the NBA. So these motherfuckers
That's gonna be tough though, man. Like that Denver Clippers series, like that's gonna be. I think whoever punches first.
I think the Nuggets are in a little bit of a disarray. I'm gonna give the advantage to the Clippers.
Me too, 100%. With your coach not going in there with your head coach, of course.
Exactly.
Of course, your system continue to run the same because you don't change it up at this point in the year. But it's just something about losing your captain.
Yeah, fucking in any fucking sport. You know what I mean? Me and you were out on a motherfucking boat in the middle of the ocean. We lose our captain?
What?
Oh, my. What?
We're going to drive this motherfucker.
You got me fucked up. What do we do, man? I'm calling a helicopter in to come get my ass.
Yeah, then they tripping with my boy Russ over there, man. What's going on, man?
I have no fucking idea.
But they say Joke, that's his boy. They say Joke love him, though.
They're tight, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that dude's going to have it his way, especially in L.A. Eastern Conference first round Miami Heat star Tyler Hero scored 38 points to lead Miami to a 109-90 win over Chicago on Wednesday night. Heat now play Atlanta, and the winner will play Cleveland in the first round. Cleveland, I got Cleveland winning at least the first 2 rounds before they go out.
I just don't believe in them. Like, the sun shines on the dog's ass.
Yeah, well, every now and then.
Not daily. Guess what?
But they've been banging motherfuckers daily.
But this is the thing. Do you know you're one injury away? Do you know you're one, like, it's just that kind of a situation. You one game winner away. You one stop away. This is the NBA, and like I said, that level of intensity will be raised. Now, are they the better team? Them Cleveland boys are playing out of the planet.
Yeah, they are.
But do I think they can be rattled? What if somebody come in and win the first game? Who knows how to react off of that?
They've proved all year they can handle it. Cleveland, here's a stat.
Fair.
Here's a stat for you. Cleveland had the second best record in the entire league this year. Don't forget about that.
Yeah,
they covered 48 fucking games this season. Here's the question. Do you see the Cavs having any trouble in the first round, regardless of who they play? Me, no, I don't.
I don't either. Not out of the East anyways.
Here's a and by the way, guys, you ain't getting an NBA segment like that. Thanks, Banks. You really laid it out. Guys, in playoffs times, like he told you, for all you sports bettors, on the sports betting perspective, what you did in the season has no bearing in fucking playoffs. All right, so don't take your stats and all the shit you saw through the season, take that into the playoffs because you're going to get your head fucking split straight the fuck up. You got to know what you're doing. Got to deal with a guy like me that's getting information, how teams are practicing, how they're clicking, and what the fuck is going on, what their head state is like, what their emotion is like, you know?
Right.
They out last night or they focused, like Banks said, in the fucking spot where they're supposed to be, following direction, looking to win, you know? Here's a college football story. Last season, quarterback Nico Amalieva led Tennessee football to the college football playoffs. Now he refused to practice with his team, held out for a bigger NIL deal, looking to increase his current deal worth $2.5 million a year to $4 million a year. Hello? Banks, we've been talking about this from day one. We said this shit was coming. Motherfuckers are going to... We just said it before the season.
It was what was that, 4 months ago?
Well,
I think
we
it was
said
about
it before college football,
facts.
The whole 9 yards with the NIL. What'd we say? Motherfuckers going to red shirt. They're going to go to different schools. They're going to not come to practice. They're going to demand more money.
Give these kids their money.
Pay these motherfuckers. Let them get rich in college, baby.
They don't want it. They don't want them to. You know why?
They deserve it.
They said that it takes the fire from the athlete if you give them money too soon.
Well, ask the athlete that, not some old man giving you a statement. Back in 1817, George Washington told me hard work. Man, no one gives a fuck about your 1957 motherfucking statement. These young brothers and white boys are looking to get paid.
Give me my money.
I worked my whole ass off. I've been balling since I was 5 years old, was number one in my high school, got pimped out by high school, went to college.
Facts.
Time to get paid because there's a chance I might not make it to the league.
Stop counting my pocket.
Period.
And that's what they doing.
I'm
and
trying
guess
to
what?
get it.
But do you know the rest of it is that he ended up going to UCLA.
But Banks, let's keep it 100. Why is he all of a sudden asking for $4 million? Because someone else told him they'd give it to him. Let's keep it 100.
But he was going to get that, though.
Well, yeah, of course.
But guess what? Now, remember we was talking about
he's
earlier,
getting
right?
2.5.
Nah, he was asking. He would have gotten that.
Yeah.
but that hate got a hold of it.
Yeah.
Guess what? You know how it worked? Hey, they called him like, you know your quarterback's, calling, asking around, you know what I'm saying, for this and that. So he's pretty much being
like
his
a
own
fucking
agent.
$2 prostitute.
Guess
fucking
what?
Slut.
Prostituting himself out there, and this is the thing. It kind of
Not
backfired.
knowing all those big boys talk every motherfucking
It backfired on him, Steve-O. It backfired. So guess what? He ended up taking the measly 1.2 over at UCLA.
That's what I was just going to say. Look,
Yeah.
Tennessee said, we're not playing that game, homeboy. The Nico is transferring to UCLA where he will make more money, but will he make more money? He would have got...
Bro, he in L.A.
He would have got 2.5. Like I said, he was asking $4 million a year. How much is he getting from UCLA?
Like 1.2.
So that's less money.
Bro, look at it like this. He's in California. Okay.
You're talking
You
about
have
other sponsors.
It's going to be everything.
Remember, it's not just NIL. Sponsors, too.
Sponsor. Look,
you might get more in sponsors than
we're
anything.
talking about Burger King. We're talking about the
yeah.
corner stores. We like everything in that area. He should be tapping in, checking in. They should be paying that kid.
So let's just go. A bunch of coaches, all the sports writers, just like we said from the very beginning, former coaches are calling this the beginning of the end of college football.
Yeah,
Do you agree or disagree?
Only reason why I agree is because it's going to take the grind out of it for the kid. Right now, they're working
the old-fashioned hard work, dedication, play.
They're working now for the check. So all it does is push it up. Remember,
to me, it seems like they're going to work harder.
It's not even work harder. They just going to work sooner.
They're going to work sooner, but if you know, like when we've said this before, you knew that you wanted to play in the NBA, but you knew you weren't getting paid to the NBA. Wasn't even in your mind that you go to college and get paid. It's a whole different era, homie. You play in high school now.
You see, the difference is, though, Steve-O, like, I would have done this shit for free. It's how much I love the game.
Hold on. That's what they're saying is going to be gone.
Okay. And
are you okay with that?
But that's the difference in what I'm telling you. That's why I was giving you two options out of it. The first option, like I said, takes the fire from the kid. Okay? This is the thing. These kids don't make $1 million in their life after college.
Correct.
So at the end of the day, if they making this money right now, a lot of them their dreams are just to get to college now. Our dreams was to get to the NBA.
Correct.
But you could not overlook college because guess what? Everybody is playing for the same exact thing, right? So the grind is real. Now, when you get the money involved, these fucking kids are pulling up in a Lambo in high school now. What is the NBA again?
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? What is the NFL again?
It's going to be a mini NBA.
So what it's going to do is force these kids to get their money early, and it's going to make it difficult as far as making a decision who to choose when it comes to getting drafted.
But that would also, in my mind, bring up a little bit more excitement for basketball, knowing that you can go play your ass off, play high school, get to college, and make millions of fucking dollars.
I mean, yeah, but that's not for everybody, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one. UNLV. Lil D-Don Thomas just transferred. You know that, right?
What's the deal?
He's going to.
UNLV ain't paying nobody.
All right, so guess
They'll
what?
give you a verbal commitment all day long.
So how about this? I'm thinking, not for sure. Don't quote me on this, but I think last year he signed for like $500 to go here, right? So I think he just went to LSU. Give him 1.2, 2.2. I think it's something around that area.
This is going to happen. I've said it from the beginning. I'll say it again. I'll leave it at this. You're going to have teams, people transferring left and right. It's not going to be the game that you
get
thought.
Your money up.
Is get your money up at that point.
Up, bro.
And you better get your boosters and your organization up at your school because a lot of these small schools are going to fucking drown.
Now, can I tell you what it is now?
Duke's going to have a fucking NBA team every year.
It's a business now.
Yeah,
now, look, it already, collegiate sports was out of the planet before.
Yeah, it did.
Now, everybody got to be tight with their suit and tie on because it's too much money involved now.
You realize NCAA tournament's bigger than anything, right?
Oh, my God. You can't tell me. It's a
advertising, marketing, the money that's made in the NCAA tournament is insane. So it's all a big money ring.
I just came from San Antonio to the Final Four and all of those things. Like, man, look, that's all it is business. That's all it is you're doing is having business there. That's it. Biggest business events in the country.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Well, it's definitely going to change, and it's changed forever, and everybody is correct. And, your organization has their game tight. You know how to recruit. You're going to have to learn how to keep people. You're going to have to learn how to make people happy on a business perspective, like you said. And I think it's a great thing. I would love to be involved with UNLV and be able to have a certain budget and go scout a certain amount of players, give them their money, and keep them happy while they're here and keep them focused and shit.
Bro, but
that'd be a dream for me, man.
I'm glad you touched on it because that's the part that we got to figure out, Steve-O. We got to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be hard to tell.
Who do we need to talk to here to tighten up the program on both sides?
Oh, my God. We already said it. The money's everywhere. We can make UNLV the 2 biggest programs
No, you only need 1 year to make it happen.
That's it.
Like, listen, it doesn't matter the coach, man. It doesn't matter anything,
With
right?
my talent and hustling skills, I will take the 5 best players that are playing out there right now and get a motherfucker to redshirt and be on UNLV next year. Right amount of money, the right sales pitch, and the right go to the parents and talk.
Look, I need $5 million. I'm going to the head. Listen, I want to give each one of these kids $1 million apiece.
I'm coming up with shit that they're coming no matter what.
But you got to think they just starting to learn this hustle.
That's why
they haven't been hustling.
Hold on.
Remember, this shit just started.
That's why they got to do it now for they regulate it. And there's only a certain amount of money that you could come up with for your NIL, et cetera. They need to do it fucking now.
You're right.
Anyway, let's get right into Major League Baseball, guys. This is where we've been making all of our money. Underdog value in baseball is insane. Padres been balling out of fucking control. There's some teams out there that really getting the job done. Giants have been on fire. We'll talk about the Dodgers. Major League Baseball, the 3 best win-loss records in Major League Baseball are Padres, 15-4.
Solid.
Giants, 13-5. Dodgers, of course, 14-6.
Yeah.
Teams in first place in their division, the New York Yankees out there getting it done, 11-7, but still hitting under 500.
So why is that? What do you – okay, so I'm a basketball guy. I love football, baseball, right?
Yep.
Why is it so up and down?
It's streaks. With baseball, you got to play streaks. Like I said, the pitchers these days are different.
That's it.
These batters are hitting pitchers. Like all-star pitchers that used to be able to just shut people down all the time are now getting hit off on the regular. Closers.
Why? Is it because of the training now?
It has to
be.
The
athletes are
bigger,
getting better,
stronger, and the whole 9 yards.
So you are.
The balls.
You coming on to this side saying that the athletes are better now.
Yeah, they're getting bigger and better and stronger every fucking day.
And
I mean, look at the Otanis. Look at these look at the judges. Ohtani and Judge, they look like the mannequin inside Nike Town in the fucking Caesars Forum. I mean, these dudes look like robots. You walk next to them motherfucker, you're like, what the fuck, dude? They ain't no joke.
I told you, remember we had this conversation maybe 6 to 8 months ago, and you were like, Banks, like, what's going on? I'm like, look, they better than us, right?
Yes, they are.
Now, but what they cannot put is the hard thing. Yeah. It's the hard thing that separates it. Like, that's it. Yeah, but better athlete, because they know how to train.
Correct.
They know what to do.
And the other thing is closers, to me, in the baseball aren't what they used to be. There's not that. There's no Marianos. There's no closers that just go out there in the 7th inning and just know they're shutting them down the rest of the game. These fucking teams are up 5-2 going into the 8th, 9th inning and lose 6-5 on the regular.
But you already said the athletes are better, so that means if the pitching is not changing and the hitters are getting better because
you got to pick your spots.
They're getting used to. They're seeing these different pitches every single day. Not like they didn't see, you know what I mean? Like, so they're getting used to it. Yeah. So you don't think they're not supposed to get better either?
They are going to get better. And like I said, pitchers are getting better as well. But like I said, I just don't feel that it's as strong as it used to be in the past. Understood. So you got to pick your spots with your players, your player umpire matchup. Who's behind the plate calling these? Is this guy for the home team call strikes? Does he call outside? Fair. You got to have your shit in order.
Last season remember we was harping on the underdogs was kicking ass last year.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, in baseball, that's what you're looking for is underdog value or like a minus $1.20, $1.30 favorite. Like, for instance, if you had a Dodgers on the run line minus 220, you take that on the run line for minus $1.30. They just have to win by 2. So you could get run line value in there. But what a lot of people overlook, especially early in the season in baseball, they just want to bet their team or a team rather than look at the over-under.
You
got to look at the total.
Take your heart out of it.
Especially when they're betting minus $1.50 and minus 200s, when you can bet the total at minus $1.10, maybe $1.15. Here's the 3 worst win-loss records in baseball. Rockies, 3-14, by far worst team in baseball. Right behind them, Chicago White Sox, 4-13. This is a fucking mind blower right here. Atlanta Braves, 5-13. At one point this season, the Braves didn't score a run for 20 straight innings.
But what's going on?
Started off the season 0-7. I have no idea.
Is it the management?
No, they're just not clicking. They ain't got their shit together, whatever the fucking case is. They're not that bad of a team. Look for the Braves to pull out and get a little bit better as the season goes on.
Slow
but
start,
definitely a slow disappointment for them. Here's the golden nugget, guys. San Francisco Giants hit the over in 8 straight games. What did I just say? People are looking for a side, and then you got the Giants out there that are 8 straight games to the over at a minus $1.10. Come on, guys. You got to look for value. Texas Rangers, 8-1 to the under at home. There's 2 games I just gave you with a 16-1 record in totals. You're not getting that when you're betting sides. Anyway, guys, we just wanted to do a quick podcast. We haven't been here for a while. Wanted to bring Banks in with his perspective with the NBA playoffs. He gave us a lot of knowledge. For that, I greatly appreciate.
Oh, man, it's been a minute, man, so I had to come in and, put it together, man.
Absolutely. Got to let all these sports bettors know what's going on. NHL playoffs coming up. You got NBA playoffs. More importantly, Major League Baseball, guys. Sports betting, it's all about getting paid right now. Underdog value is in full effect, and I know a lot of you guys, after football season falls off, a lot of these little small-time gamblers fall off. During baseball is when the big boys come out. It's my favorite time of the year. Yeah. It's when the sports bettors, your guys out there that are betting 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a game, they're ready to fucking go. And these guys have accounts where they can fire that amount of money. Right. The average person can't come into town and just bet $20,000 on a baseball game.
Absolutely not.
All these guys out there with their BetMGM apps that were betting 10 and 20,000 in football, you know what they're letting them get off on baseball? What? 5 Gs, maybe 10,000 if they have a experienced account.
Why is that?
It's just you got to milk your account. You got to show.
Take your time.
You got to, well, it is what it is. But the thing that I'm blessed about in baseball is, I have a lot of guys that have been with me for years and years and years. These guys have credit accounts where they can just fucking pound, and baseball is where all the money's at.
Yeah.
And guys, like I said, on a motivational tip, like I said, weather out here in Vegas, it's hot one day, it's cold the next, it's raining today, it's going to be 100 tomorrow.
But it's just so in between, though. Shit, if it's going to rain, go ahead and rain, man. We just washed our cars and all that shit.
That's exactly what just happened.
Wipe that shit right there.
I think Banks said it right. You got to make it motherfucking rain no matter what. Rain. But, guys, no matter what the weather looks like, no matter what's going on, you always got to stay positive, guys. The only person out there that's going to make shit happen is you. Don't be looking for somebody else to help you get to where you're motherfucking going. You got to go out there and find your grind and do whatever it takes to get it done. You don't ask first. You ask first. If you don't get the answer you're looking for, then you take it. Right. But don't ever give up. Don't let anybody tell you what you can do and what you can't do, what you can accomplish and what you can't accomplish, because your mind is a very powerful fucking tool, and you can accomplish anything you want as long as you surround yourself with motivated people, guys that want to go to the next level, and people that ain't going to bring you down. You don't want any haters, any shit talkers. If somebody doesn't have anything positive to say, make sure they get the fuck from around you. And if you don't have anything positive to say, don't say it. You have a choice. You can look at a rose bush and see the thorns, or you could see the beautiful flowers. I'm coming up motherfucking roses, baby. That's what Steve Stevens doing. I'm taking the positive out of every fucking negative and doing whatever it takes to get the job done.
No, that's right.
You know what I mean? I don't want you guys to trip over a nickel to pick up a fucking penny. A lot of you guys are walking around here unfocused, realizing, thinking that the world is hard.
Well,
you got to go ahead and take yours. Go out there, grind, be motivated, not take no for an answer, and I promise you, you will achieve success.
I heard what he said.
But half of VIP Sports and myself, we love you guys, and remember one thing: don't let the players be the only ones that get paid. I'll see you in the winner's circle.
It must be the money talking. It must be the money talking.
It's Steve Stevens. I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Poppin' bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Bobby.